What's going on, guys? It's your favorite great weapon fighter, Frank. And this video, we're going to be talking about my thoughts on Mod 16. I get a lot of questions in my stream. Hey, Frank, what do you think of Mod 16? How do you think Mod 16 is going to benefit the community? Do you think it's going to save the game? Whatever. This video is going to go over my thoughts and maybe give you guys some insight on how I see Mod 16 turning out at the end. But before we get into that, a couple quick announcements. One, huge Neverwinter giveaway on Xbox on April 22nd. For those who have been a part of it, expect the same kind of form, the same kind of flow. Giveaway items, do dungeons, give away items, do some content, give away some items, and then towards halfway through it, we're going to do a subscriber-only giveaway for an Xbox One controller that is compatible with Windows 10. So if you guys need a controller to play on your PC, this is compatible. So expect that on the 22nd of April. The next thing is, if you guys want to use the hashtag Q4G in the comments, you can use that to ask a question, and I will respond with one of those questions at the end of my video here today. So we had one asked last video. We'll get into that here in 1 second. So with that being said, we're going to get into my thoughts on Mod 16. Mod 16 has a lot of changes. I mean, from character changes to the new companion system to the new campaign loadout to a new level cap, increasing all the stats, scores, and rates. There's a brilliant video done by Silvery. I will link that in the description below. She went over the stats, what you guys need to achieve to reach the full potential of your character. Everything from armor pen to crit avoidance to crit chance to combat advantage to defense to deflection and all that good stuff. So I will link that. It's a great video to check out. I'm not sure where she's getting those numbers, but fantastic video. So I will leave that in the description below. First and foremost, they're removing movement and recovery from the game. To me, I don't think that should have happened. I've talked about this before, and I'll talk about it probably in the future. Neverwinter is implementing a catch-up mechanic. And for those who don't know what the catch-up mechanic is or whatever, they're bridging the gap between the casuals and the end games. Right? They're bridging the gap. And they've been doing it for the last 3 mods with releasing certain content, releasing a leveling campaign, Ixnay, Acquisitions Incorporated, leveling. So they're basically trying to get everyone on the same playing field. And that's what Mod 16 is pretty much about. They said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to refresh everything in the game, and we're going to make everyone start at 0. Which is understandable. With this being said, they're kind of catering to the casuals. Which is understandable, considering that the casuals are the majority of the reason why this game is still running, because they are putting money, they are pumping money into this game. The in-game players, with the exception of a very select few that actually spend money to buy keys, the other in-game players aren't actually spending money in this game. They have no need to. They have everything they need. They have all the AD they want. They have AD to roll over to VIP. There's really no need to put money in the game once you're in-game. So Neverwinter is catering to the casuals that play this game, 5 to 10 hours a week, and want to hit end game and want to be good at the game. Because let's be honest, before all this, it took a lot of effort to get the end game. It took a lot of knowing the game, knowing the buffs, knowing how to play your character, having the right armor, having the right loadout, having the right stats, having the right companions, having the right this and that. Right? They are slowly doing that, and it's been done for the last year and a half or so on the recent mods. I agree with that because they are financially supporting the game. However, there has to be a balance Okay, you're going to recognize that who spends money, so we're going to cater to the people who spend money. But on the other hand, you have to cater to the people who put hours in this game a day. Like, you're talking before the AD change, there was people grinding dungeons all day, every day, because it was basically unlimited cap because you could find AD on all the characters. So you would grind every day, all day to get AD. Now it's 100,000. Guess who's getting the 100,000? The casuals. The casuals probably aren't even reaching 100,000. But guess who exceeded the 100,000? The in-game players. See my point? They are slowly catering to the casuals. Now, there's a couple things they could probably do to help us out, help the in-game players out, give us different content, give us things that we've asked for time and time and time again. Maybe bring back, make a new event. Maybe double refining AD per day. So instead of refining 100k, you can refine 200k per day. Is that going to break the game? Is that going to destroy the market? Oh my god, no, it's probably not. But it's going to give us a reason to play the game more than an hour a day, because let's be honest, I get on this game now, I do the leveling, the intermediate, the advanced, sometimes the expert, depends on if I have people on, which is hardly ever. I do a couple other small stuff to get 100k and I get off. There's no reason for me to play the game at any game, right? Because what's the point? I'll wait. Exactly. There is none. Yeah, there's going to be certain events where in-game players are going to take advantage of. On the 11th, that we're refining stones, in-game players are going to be on here grinding hours and hours and hours and hours, getting double refining stones, getting double ultimate enchant stones. And after that weekend, they're probably going to evaporate and go on to other games until Mod 16 comes out. And that shouldn't be the case. Acquisition Incorporated was probably by far the worst campaign I've seen since I started playing this game. I don't know if it was the leveling. I don't even know if it's because it came with mini coin bank heist, which is irrelevant to the grand scheme of things. And they allow you to make these keys, right, in Acquisitions Incorporated for dungeons that we don't even run. Ixnay, Grey Wolf, and Spiders, and all that. Those three little nonsense Crackmire cribs. So what is the actual point of that? What's the point of doing the Acquisition Incorporated to make one key per week, and that's it? Like, it doesn't make any sense to the in-game community. With that being said, we're gonna get into the next topic, which is the Enchantment Exchange. When they first came out with the idea of the exchange for the enchantments, they said, you know what? We realize that the base stats are changing, and we realize that you're gonna have to basically rework your character from ground up. We're gonna allow you to exchange enchantments. The community was like, yes, that sounds pretty good. About a week ago or so, they decided to say, you know what? We're gonna allow you to exchange enchantments, but the enchantments that you get back are going to be bound. Now the community is about to burn down to the headquarters. Because, and I say this, there's a couple reasons that they're doing this. One, as soon as they announce that you can exchange the enchantments and there's not going to be bound, Joe Blow over here went out and bought the most irrelevant enchantment for basically 0 AD, and he's going to flip that come Mod 16 for a relevant enchantment worth 10 to 20,000 times more than what the base investment was. Now, he's probably not the only one. There's probably other people that done it and done it and done that. Imagine how that's going to affect the market come Mod 16. Who is benefiting from the in-game players? Little Timmy over here is like, okay, that sounds good. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. The veteran players are going to take advantage of that. Now, I think they could have adjusted that. Maybe allow a certain amount of enchantments to be exchanged. And then after that, you become bound. Because we, as in-game players, are going to have to rework everything. We've spent hours and hours and hours min-maxing to get to the perfect stat rates, to get to the perfect, buff rates, and get to the perfect debuffs and buffs, and everything's going to be changed. So yeah, but with that being said, there's very little investments that you can actually make in this game to return investments. So you say, I buy a $1 million or 1 million AD enchantment, I can sell that if I come that I don't need it. Yes, you're going to get dinged for auction house costs, and yes, you're going to get dinged if you have posting fee still, but you're going to get most of that back. And that's one of the few markets that are still relevant in this game today. So with that being said, I think they're doing the best. I know you guys aren't going to want to hear that. And the particular bounding of the enchantments coming from mod 16. So if you guys actually sit back and think about it, the majority of the community is going to suffer because the market's going to be dictated by the people who invested into the small enchantments to exchange them in for the bigger enchantments. Next topic we have here. The devs are trying to triage the bugs coming in mod 16. And the release of the recent tavern stream that the devs have done, Julia and the other little girl, they've already acknowledged that there's bugs in the game. They already acknowledge that they're going to do their best to triage, which means prioritize the bugs, in which top priorities being game breaking and exploits, and the bottom triage being small text to tooltips and stuff like that. Do I think they're actually going to do that? Probably not. Maybe they will, but we've seen how that worked in Barovia when they've known about Barovia Gate 4 however long. They still release it on PC, they still release it on console, and then they're like, I don't know why people are using this exploit. I don't know why. Let's ban them. Banhammer. To me, I don't think that is the way I go about it. To me, the release date is a little too soon. Especially when you have the community manager saying, yeah, there's going to be bugs slipping through. There's pretty much nothing we can do about it. To me, that is not the way to go about it. If you have to push the date, push the date. If you have to hire more people to make sure this mod releases without a hitch, hire more people. I've never seen a game that's solely dependent on how a mod is released. What I'm saying is, this game, this mod 16, is going to make or break this game. And you're saying to me that you're going to release bugs because you don't have the time or the manpower or the brain power to fix this come mod 16? To me, something needs to change about that. And that's pretty much it. I wrote down a script that I figured I'd talk to you guys with, and that's why there's really no gameplay. I'm trying to decipher what's the best way of going about it, if I'm going to write scripts out again for more videos. I thought about making just gameplay with my voiceover. I thought about just sitting here at the home screen talking about Neverwinter. I thought about other different ways to do it, but this is what I came up with. So I'm going to work on different ideas on how to make better content for you guys in the future. So if you liked what I said, or if you agree with what I said, please let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more content, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you have people coming into this game that want to hear the actual truth about the game. I'm not trying to shit on the game. I'm not trying to make people stop playing this game. I actually like this game. And the thing is, the reasons why I'm still playing this is because I can't find another game that I enjoy playing as much as I do this. And I've played plenty of games. I've tried plenty of games. The only games I can get into are shooters and Neverwinter, which is saying something for the game itself. But the devs have to do better. They have to do better at the end of the day. What they're doing now is not the best. I understand why they're doing it, but there's definitely ways to go about doing it better. So that's my opinion. That's my thought. I'm sure I missed some topics that I probably should have talked about, but as right now, that's all I had to discuss about Mod 16. I think the idea of Mod 16 is good. I don't think how they're going about it is good. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And don't forget to use the hashtag Q4G to ask a question, and it will be answered in the video coming up. I will make some more videos, some more content talking about what needs done and different aspects. So if it's something you guys want me to cover, talk about, let me know in the comments below. So with that being said, we are going to get into the Q4G question of last video. And we have here Q4G. Frank, if you can live in any video game world, which world would it be in? My answer to that question would probably be Dying Light. Just the fact that you can craft weapons, you can go and get infected, you can kill enemies, you can kill everything. The overall game itself, the story was amazing. Was probably one of the best stories I could think of. Other than that, probably Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 was probably the most in-depth, chilling story that probably exists today. Some of you probably will agree that played it, some will probably disagree that there's other ones out there. Far Cry 3, Dying Light. Yeah, I would have to say those two. Far Cry 3, oh my god. It basically made every Far Cry after that irrelevant because you compared it to Far Cry 3. You compared it to how eerie the game was. Yeah, if you guys have time and you're looking for something to play, go out and buy Far Cry 3. It's cheap as balls, and you won't regret it. I promise you. Alright guys, this is it coming to the end of the video. You guys have a wonderful day. Peace.